Tonight, I'm here to beg, plead, and appeal to your sense of right and wrong. The board must inform the super within 90 days of his contract being up if they intend to renew. I implore you to tell him tonight that you're not going to do so. I know you don't want to fire him. I also know you don't want to retain him. And why should you? Let's just briefly hit the facts. Under his direction, the system was put into a social experiment sold by the ASA with his buddies like Morton Sherman, who was also on the board of Modern Teacher. Trying to get Modern Teacher into Kent got you hit with a legal complaint about breaching fiduciary and ethical duty. The same complaint talked about you taking money from ERDI, which is run by Joseph Wise, the same person who runs and founded Acceleration Academy, which you've obligated us to for 3 years as of June 2022. You've already been slapped once for associating with these people, yet you jumped right back in with them. Joseph Wise has a long record of misdeeds and fraud that a simple Google search can show. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If we decide to get out of that program, it could cost us up to $5 million per year. Why did we need a program for dropouts when we already had something similar in Graduate Gwinnett? Simply mentioning this program online got somebody hit with a cease and desist letter. Makes me wonder what's really going on there. Why did we get into an agreement with Keymakers of Oakland? And wasn't it ironic that it was $960,000 when it takes $1 million for a board-approved contract? Sounds an awful lot like bid rigging, in my opinion. Now, your restorative circle that you guys had back in August, the same people that were complaining about cronyism and nepotism under Wilbanks were all in attendance to that meeting. The NAACP, STOP, Southern Poverty Law Center, even the Gwinnett Democratic Women. This was billed as a meeting with community leaders, but in reality, it's the same special interest groups who seem to have their hand in every aspect of everything going wrong in our system. The same groups who oversaw your new discipline actions. The same groups who screamed about needing a seat at your table. They seem to be the only people at the table. They didn't want to be heard. They wanted power, and you handed it over in exchange for what? Their suggestions and demands gave us an increase in discipline issues so bad we had to quit it in December, have emergency meetings about it. Kids are terrified and teachers are leaving. But you labeled these folks as community leaders. Leaders take charge and set example. You're reactive to your own poor decisions. Your poor judgment of your inner circle is why we are where we are. I'm sure you're a nice guy. You're just not cut out for the job. Byron Howard told a member of that circle an equity reassessment's taking place. That's why many old teachers and leaders are leaving GCPS. I told y'all months ago that all this chaos was just a hope to run off our most experienced and talented staff for new people who would do whatever you wanted. Instead, we have teachers leaving, and you guys can't even fill those holes because no one wants to work for you. So, board, I'm begging you, let our teachers and parents know as soon as possible that July will be the end of an era. You put a crown on a clown and expected him to be king, and instead you've made our school system a circus. So please fix it. Please. Steve, welcome back. Please vote.